Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. We are from group 4. We'll be presenting regarding Scamper. So the first thing is, what is Scamper? Scamper is the first introduced by Bob Aberley, which is an acronym technique that will help someone explore new product innovation and possibilities. The history of Scamper, it was proposed by Alex Fackney Osborne in 1953 and was further developed by Bob Aberley in 1971 in his book, which is it's called as Scamper Games for Imagination Development. Next is the Scamper technique, which is it used to produce original ideas. The creative process thrives on preparation, concentration, incubation, elimination, and verification, which is on the production testing. The acronym is for 7 techniques, which are S for substitute, C for combine, A for adapt, M for modify, P for put to another use, E for eliminate, and R for rearrange. As substitute, that consists of material, process, raw product or ingredients. C combine, that can be in terms of ideal, talent, resource and objective. A adapt, that can be in terms of product, context, idea, emulation and process. M modify, that can be maximize extra features and minimize. P put to another use, that can be in terms of industry, user, field and recycle. E eliminate, that can be in terms of simplify, reduce, split and part. And lastly, rearrange or reverse, that can be in terms of process, opposite, swap and reorganize.
Define problem. A problem is perceived when an individual, group, or organization becomes aware of a significant difference between what is desired and what actually is. Problem solving is the process by which a situation, condition, issue is analyzed by workable solution, is determined, and corrective action is taken to accomplish a desired objective. On problem solving, the common milestone of problem solving are to: number 1, define or clarify the problem. Number 2, analyze causes. Number 3, generate idea or identify alternative. Number 4, weigh up idea or assess the alternatives. Number 5, make a decision, select an alternative. Number 6, determine next steps to implement the solution. And number 7, evaluate whether the solution, condition, or issues was solved or not.
And now I will explain about the Scamper technique. The Scamper technique is a team brainstorming technique used to develop or improve product or services. Scamper is an acronym for substitute, combine, adapt, modify or magnify, purpose, eliminate or minimize, and rearrange or reverse. The first technique of Scamper is substitute. As the word means to change, this term also resembles the word change, but it refers to some qualities of your product. It is not like you get up and change some of the characteristics of your product. Applying this requires you to be sure that this will be revolutionary for your product. Here are some major factors that you need to look for in your product while applying to term substitute. When we are talking about substitute, we are talking about something that can be replaced. So, what can be replaced? For example, components, material, or people. The best example I can give from this is, if you were making windows for a children playhouse, you might substitute glass with plastic for the sake of safety. Next technique of Scamper is combine. Another way of innovating the market with your product is by using the method of combination. That can be is where your two different products or their features can be combined to make a new product. As people will see a lot of convenience in using this, they can easily be used to target the potential audience. One of the best examples of this terminology is that the kitchen processor maker introduced their product as a 5-in-1, or they make one item that has the feature of many other items. This helps them in getting a great audience.
A is stand for adapt. If you're looking to apply what is Scamper technique for making a product, this is one of the most important parts. This is because this part will make to think about the things that you need to adapt to your product to make it change the problem and get rid of the problem. This is not only about making the product good by your ideas. Usually for IT includes getting idea from the following sources: getting ideas from the existing parts, getting new ideas from the history of the product, getting ideas from some other products, getting idea from the competitors. Here the main goal is not to get the idea, but the main goal is to implement that the idea to make the product adapt to the requirement of the customers. For example, like production of cars now built in Wi-Fi. M stand for modify, magnify, maximize and minimize. Sometimes a product will be great in the existing market, but still some modifications are required to stick in the production line. This can be due to the customer's feedback about the product or come up with another new idea. Here are some things that we can modify with the product. The thing what we can modify in change of the size, shape, color or other attributes. For example, like sunglasses reduced in size for babies or small children. P is put to another use. This is another great way of bringing innovation to the product. In this step, we must explore how we can implement one feature of the product and use it for other users as well. If we take an example of this from the mobile phone market, we can see how some manufacturers started using the charger port of their phones as their audio output. E is stand for eliminate. Sometimes removing some parts or features from a product is the option that can make the product better. Here you can ask yourself how you can make your product better by removing a specific feature or parts. This depends a lot on the functionality of the part and feature. For example, in the past, cars were not imagined without an engine.
The last Scamper technique is reverse, re-engineer or rearrange. When we talking about this reverse technique, what do we understand? Sometimes the solution to a certain problem is present in front of you. All you need to do is to understand the working of things and then reverse or rearrange the sources that you have. In this way, you will be able to do effective brainstorming to get rid of any problem or addition of new features. What will happen if you reverse the product's production process? What can be swapped or flipped? For example, fast food restaurants rearrange the typical eat then pay model to pay then eat. It is very important to consider how this new arrangement change in order or the reverse affect the functionality of your product. In conclusion, the Scamper technique is one of the easiest and direct methods for creative thinking and problem solving through a number of techniques or question types. S substitute, C combine, A adapt, M modify, P put to another use, E eliminate and R reverse. This type can be used to explore problems from 7 perspectives. This holistic technique of study helps reaching the best decision which fuels innovation and creativity. Thank you.